家好，我是投稿人萤火点点。2019年，我走进学期轩时，已经陷入重度抑郁症2年之久。没想到短短2个月的时间，我就成功的停药，并且再也没有复发。欢迎您和我一起走进圣玄法师的高能量课堂。
首先，让我们共享圣玄导言。古斯塔夫·福楼拜，法国文学家，也是19世纪法国写实主义文学的宗师。其名言：生命中最光辉的时刻，并非那所谓成功的日子，而是你在沮丧与绝望的日子里，感到心中升起一股挑战生命的热忱，以及对未来成功的承诺。以下共享觉西轩弟子萤火点点的生命故事，如何善用文书法教，在2个月内成功解脱重度忧郁症的纠缠。投稿主题：解套忧郁症2个月够了。投稿人萤火点点，北京教育科技中心教师。投稿日期2022年1月3日。首先，让我们共享觉西轩人生的转折点。2021年对余生而言是极度黑暗无助的一年。单亲家庭过去的鄙视，让我潜藏无尽的心理压抑，不愿说，不想说，无法说，终于爆发了。无力控制的情绪，莫名的恐惧，心跳加速，继而崩溃大哭不止。终于2021年4月，在母亲大人的陪伴之下，寻求医生协助，确诊为重度抑郁及焦虑症，同步开始服药控制，期盼让心理获得短暂的平静。此间有2次尝试在状态稍好时停药，最终还是败北。同年9月21日，得力于友人的推荐，有幸加入觉西轩全球轻音化平台，一个众生的直灯引路人，是希望的火炬，也是我人生的转折点。以下共享第2，暗室明灯，划破病根。在轩平台没有预警的迅雷不及掩耳，余生已经面对文书法教不可思议的激怒与捶打。第1周手忙脚乱，将跟上训练节奏。至于师父每日播出的文章，我只能蒙一次，然后一脸茫然反问自己，明明每个字都认识，但都在一起，却全然不知所云。然而师父的学识渊博，纵贯古今，横花中西，旁征博引，无所不包，加上师父时时刻刻在处处无怨无悔地以身垂范，确实令人崇敬不已。如下：首先，修行是向内关照，彰显正悟终极本质的觉醒，所有的向外求取都是错误的修行。其次，修行不是要拜一尊佛，因为一切如来不做道场，因此修行也不是要引导信一个宗教，因为宗教只是方法论而已。文化、养生、科技、政治、经济等都是足以引导我人迈向终极本质的方法论。我人切莫以站上方法论这个阶梯，却误以为抵达目的地正悟菩提。最后，修行的关键重点，身心灵的统一和谐发展，帮助我人逐步觉醒，超越烦恼，由内胜出 to win from within， 活出生命最高度的自由，绽放最强大的内在生命力。因此仍然需要正确修行。余生终于了悟，病苦乃源于身心灵的纠葛不和谐，烦恼天天有，超越就没有。余生因而对康复深具信心。综而观之，由初期有向培福的祈求肉体健康，透过正确知见的建立，交叉学科的论证，以及师父以身垂范的落实践心，余生以人转为无相修慧的身心灵和谐统一发展。这是利于不再生病，无庸再服药最重要的利基。以下共享圣玄结论：依智起福，依福起报。大乘一章云：依智起福，依福起报。经典教导，我人应该福慧双修，甚且一切福报的培植，应该立基于无相般若智，据此方能尽得无尽福田与果报。中论秉持上述无相修慧的教导，赞叹觉西轩新人萤火点点于2021年9月21日入轩之后2个月彻底解脱重度忧郁症的禅服，再次印证跟对师父，用对方法，必能彰显有佛法就有办法。觉西轩永远走在时代魅力前沿，即日起全面双语播出，用心教会全球每一位读者。觉西轩是众生的直灯引路人。Let's share Introduction from Master Sunshine. Gustave Flaubert was a French writer and a master of 19th century French realism. His famous quote, "The most glorious moment in your life are not the so-called days of success, but rather those days when out of dejections and despair you feel rising in you a challenge to life and the promise of future accomplishment." The following shows the life story of the disciple, glimmers of fireflies from the Enlightened Online, how to effectively use the teaching of Manjushri Dharma to successfully free oneself from the entanglement of severe depression within 2 months. Let's share submission topic. Healing depression, 2 months enough. Submitted by Glimmers of Fireflies, Beijing Education Technology Center teacher. Submission date, January 3, 2022. Let's share the Enlightened Online, the turning point of my life. The year 2021 was an extremely dark and hopeless year for me. Coming from a single-parent family, the contempt I faced in the past led to endless psychological repression. I didn't want to talk about it, couldn't talk about it, and finally, it exploded. Uncontrollable emotions, inexplicable fear, rapid heartbeat, followed by uncontrollable sobbing and breakdown. Finally, in April 2021, accompanied by my mother, I sought help from a doctor and was diagnosed with severe depression and anxiety. I started taking medication to control it, hoping to gain temporary mental peace. During this period, I attempted twice to stop the medication when I felt slightly better, but ultimately failed. On September 21 of the same year, thanks to the recommendation of my friend, I was fortunate to join the Pavilion of the Full Cultivation, a guiding light for sentient beings. This torch of hope became a turning point in my life. Let's share Darkroom light healing the disease. On the platform of the Enlightened Online with Thunderbolt, I was faced the incredible training system of Manjushri Dharma. In the first week, I was swamped trying to keep up with the pace of training. As for the articles that Master broadcasts every day was too difficult to comprehend. This is the so-called Manjushri Dharma teaching. However, Master Sunshine's profound knowledge spans ancient and modern times and bridges East and West, drawing from a wide range of sources and encompassing everything. Furthermore, the Master Sunshine's constant and tireless personal example in every moment and place is truly admirable and inspiring as below. Firstly, cultivation is about inner reflection, awakening to the ultimate nature of enlightenment. Any outward seeking is erroneous cultivation. Secondly, cultivation is not about worshipping a Buddha, because all Tathagatas do not sit in the right. Therefore, cultivation is not about leading one to believe in a religion, as a religion is merely a methodology. Culture, health, technology, politics, economy, and so on are all methodologies that can guide us towards the ultimate nature. We must not mistake standing on the methodology step for having reached the destination enlightenment of body. Finally, the key focus of cultivation is the unified and harmonious development of the body, mind, and the spirit, helping us gradually awaken and transcend afflictions to win from within. This allows us to live the highest freedom of life and unleash the most powerful inner vitality. Therefore, everyone needs correct cultivation. I finally realized that suffering stems from the disharmony between body, mind, and spirit. Troubles arise daily. Transcending them makes them vanish. Therefore, I am deeply confident in my recovery. In summary, starting from the initial prayer for physical health through tangible merit cultivation and through the establishment of correct understanding, interdisciplinary verification, and Master Sunshine's example of life practice, I have transitioned to the harmonious and unified development of body, mind, and spirit through formless wisdom cultivation. This is the most crucial foundation for not falling ill again and no longer needing medication. Let's share Master Sangshan's conclusion. Wisdom generates merit and retribution. As stated in the Mahayana Viniskaya Vinaya, based on wisdom, merit is generated. Based on merit, retribution is experienced. Teachings from the scriptures, we should engage in the dual cultivation of merit and wisdom. Moreover, cultivating all forms of merit should be grounded in the formless wisdom of prajna. In summary, adhering to the teachings of formless cultivation of wisdom, we commend the new member glamors of fireflies who completely free herself from the entanglement of severe depression within 2 months after joining the pavilion on September 20 and 21. This once again proves that with the right teacher and the correct method, it's evident where there is Dhamma, there is a way. The Enlightened Online, forever leading the charm of the times, officially launched overall bilingual broadcast dedicated to enriching every reader worldwide. The Enlightened Online, the guiding light for all beings.